ladies and gentlemen, LegnaK here for another episode of the Minecraft server. It's been just a little bit. I think the last time that we left off, we were showcasing Shorty and the company. I think Shorty's part of the company. Their build that is a massive tunnel, and can't help but realize I've neglected this base quite a bit. I walked over there, started working on the UHC monument, and then, beforehand I decided, oh, I'm going to just work on my own kind of forest. But I look back over here and I'm like, this castle is nowhere near finished, and it's at the point where it can't even be salvaged. It just looks bad in general. But I just want to show you guys real quick about what I've done to this forest. This is my own kind of forest, mycelium, coarse dirt. I don't know why that's there. Soul sand, brown mushroom, birch. I decided to take the few blocks that I hated the most and just try and make it look good. And I think it works. I really can't complain about it. Like the first thing I'm doing right now is trying to get this entire plains biome. Oops. This entire plains biome into nothing but mycelium. And Spark's more or less moved in, so he's gathered all the sheep here because he's now on wall duty. Because I don't think he's ever done it on any of the previous seasons, or at least that we've seen, but he's always doing walls. Like, always doing castle walls. That seems to be something that he really likes doing, but he doesn't do the castle. So, I think we came to a good agreement of I build the castle where him and Nikki can stay, and, well, he builds the protection. So that leads to what we are going to be doing today, is working on this and also the future of this channel. Okay, so I know that when you hear that, a lot of people are like, okay, well, either this is going to stop or, we're not doing this. Think of this more of a bi-yearly plan of I'm going to try and do an episode of Minecraft every other day, and if it doesn't work out, well, I don't know what would happen if it doesn't work out, but, try and do one every other day, and then between Kerbal Space Program, I'll have a list at the end of this episode just to show you what I'm talking about, and hopefully it'll work out for, like, the better for everything, because, I love doing this. I love recording. Like, I know my quality, the quality of my videos, they're not top-notch, but for those who do enjoy these videos, I can't thank you enough, because that support means the world to me. And, again, I can't thank you enough for, being there and stuff. I don't know what to say after that. It's like I'm really thankful that you guys support me in this, and there are some people that I know in real life that are telling me to just abandon these things because it's too hard or it's so overdone. And granted, yes, I know it's overdone. I know everybody does it, but I try things that are different. I've tried different things. I do the Super Hostile series, Vex maps. I do, other, survival maps, and I do it without health regeneration because I have not seen that. And I wanted to see how well it's done without using it as a speed run, and completely honest, I like tormenting my friends who decide, oh, it sounds fun, and then they realize it's not fun. And on that note, Monstrosity. We started that one, but some of us really just were not feeling it to begin with. So it kind of just died out because we were sitting there. It's like, okay, well, we only have so long because it's running on the same server that we do the UHCs. So we can't really just lollygag and piddle around when it comes to these. I mean, we can, but then it would suffer, and then we'd have to re-upload the map after the UHC because the UHCs are kind of a scheduled thing, which it needs to be done, and if it's not done, people get unhappy because there are some people, I wouldn't say put money on this, but they bet their resources that they mine up and they work for, and it just doesn't work out because there was one UHC that we actually had to postpone, which was kind of the absence of a UHC. And, a lot of people put, their stuff down, and yet at that point we also had lost, the server, and everybody got bored of it. So, people just, they put resources down, the time and effort, only to get, like, absolutely nothing back. So, I know it doesn't seem that way, and I don't want to sound, like a sports fan about this, but we take pride in these UHCs and stuff, and I wouldn't say pride, but we all look forward to these things. And oh man, I forgot what I was going on about that. And I think I hear a chicken up there. Yeah, it's a chicken. But we all look forward to these kind of things, and that yields another problem because, and what I was getting on this is my recording schedules. You know, I at least try my best. Like, I really, really, really try to make sure that those of all anything are updated at a regular, intervals, every other day. And that being said, with these adventure maps that we do, and the ones that I don't do single player like LegnaK, it gets pretty difficult, and I think Yuku's having connection issues. But anyways, what was I just saying? Oh yes. Anyways, yeah. A lot of people, they want to do some of the like me Telewefers see, I think it was CG Wef and Kvidia. We were doing a monstrosity, and you know two of them wanted to finish, I wanted to finish, but a couple of them didn't want to. So it really kind of is like, well, I don't feel like it, and we kind of had to hold off on it. And by the time we were able to get it running, it just ended up being, a waste of money just sitting there because we couldn't really do a UHC because it was, sitting there and we didn't know when it was going to come back up, and everything along those lines. Um, some people that watch these videos do realize that running servers, just, it's not the easiest thing, but honestly, I wouldn't do anything else. Like, I love hosting these servers to make people happy, because these servers are not very rule oriented, if I should say. Um, there's not really many rules. I mean, X-ray stuff like that. I mean, obvious stuff is obvious, but going on about it sounds like I'm a broken record. But what I'm saying is, I enjoy this. I enjoy it so much, and that's why I really want to get an actual schedule going. And I really don't know how to do that. What I'm trying to say is, guys, I have a problem keeping a schedule going. Um, because like if you look at older videos, you'll see that I will like do one every other day, and then it's like 2 weeks nothing, and then it'll be like every other day, 2 weeks nothing. Then it's like every 3 days, then nothing, and it just there was even points that I was on like a 6 month hiatus of like no videos at all, and my next issue that I come up to with this, and like I'm just realized I'm running back and forth doing absolutely nothing. The next issue I have with doing these is I don't want to go back to the old episodes of just running around doing absolutely nothing and having pretty much no topic. And I'm not saying like I don't enjoy, messing around with, my friends that, do want to record with me. It's I'd rather something more directional. Cause like looking back at them, me and Lone Rider, one episode, the plan was that we were supposed to get something done. We ended up finding a little area, their automatic farm, and we just did absolutely nothing that was planned. Was it any of our fault? No, not really. But, it would have been probably a little bit more of a intelligent thing to do to just wait until we were done record. I mean, wait till after recording or something like that to go check it out. Like, honestly, I'd like to go check out, the progress of what, the company's done. And, you know, that would be completely different from what I started with. If that makes any sense at all, I'm sorry if I'm not making any sense, and I'm sorry that I apologize way too often. It's a bad tendency of mine, which hopefully over the time I could work out. And I literally forgot what I was coming down here for. Oh yeah, glowstone. There we go. But it's just one of these things. It's like I'm working out, trying to get everything right for you guys. What you guys want to see. Not, running around doing absolutely nothing. Not just hopping around. You know, for those who do watch, I know that you guys want to see quality, and I'm using my efficiency. Okay, just making sure I was using the right pick, because I have a fortune pick right there. But I know you guys want quality, not quantity, so I'm trying to work on the perfect balance between the two. So I think from here on, what is today? You guys will be seeing this on Friday. You guys will be seeing this Friday, so I'm thinking Friday, Sunday, let's see, Friday, Sunday, and Tuesday. We should do, like, I plan on doing Minecraft videos every day on those days. Because that's more or less a everyday situation. That'll give me, a day to figure out what to do, what to talk about, because, and, there may be the off chance that I'll either be early one, like have one that's like every day. That's in case something like special comes up. Like, I know that Tuesday, I really wanted to do an episode, but I didn't have the time, and it was because of the New Horizons coming across Pluto. I really, really, really wanted to take a good episode about that, and share my feelings and thoughts about that. But we literally had absolutely no time. Oh wait, what am I thinking? You guys are gonna see us Thursday. I'm insane. It's past midnight. And we're back. Sorry about that brief delay. Something came up for a second. And that's another thing is I tend to get a little sidetracked when it comes to doing recordings. And I know it's not necessarily like the worst thing. It's not like, being overly destructive. But it really tarnishes the fact of being immersed in something. I can't speak. I'm sorry. For those who have been with me this entire time, you guys should know already that I cannot speak when, I think I have a lisp of some, like, there we go, yep. It's official, I have a lisp. I have bad English. I'm sorry. English is not my first language. It's bad English. Bad English would be my first. But anyways, there we go. A little bit off topic again. But all I'm saying is like quality. I know you guys want quality, and here's the thing. Another thing that I don't think I've managed to do very well, at least portrayed on Minecraft recordings or any recordings in general, is I like making people laugh. I like making people happy. I like making them, feel good about themselves. And if you see some of the episodes that, have, like CG and, WEF, bites and stuff, or even as far as like teleefforts, you can hear, like, they laugh about everything about me. Self-deprecating jokes. I am like the king of that. Like, I have no shame. I put myself down because I am not the model person that is like super good looking and fit and stuff. Like, I am overweight. I know this, and and I will say this: it ticks me off when people say that they can't lose the weight. Now, if you have a disabling injury, I can completely understand this. And I say this, and I'm sorry if this causes, a shitstorm, but I'm gonna be real with you guys. I used to weigh almost 375 pounds in high school. 375. I am now 280. I graduated 4 years ago, but this is not someone who's been doing vigorous workouts every day of their life. Take it one step at a time if you want to go slow, but these people that are, everybody's like, oh, I can't do it because, my genetics, my family naturally is bigger in size. My grandmother, she is, well, she was, you know, and that's another thing. It doesn't matter how old you are. My grandmother and grandfather, my grandmother was past 500 pounds. They both lost that weight. My grandmother weighs maybe about 215 now. And I tie this in because I'm saying anything is possible, and I'm kind of subconsciously telling myself, I can do this. We can do this. Like, I want to make sure that I'm not going to let you guys down. So I'm giving this 6 months. 6 months I'm giving myself. I'm sorry, I literally just said that over and over again. To come out every other day and give quality content. You know, Wednesday and Thursday kind of are leeway things. But I'm giving myself 6 months. If it works out, and if I manage to do that, I'll keep it up. But if I truly can't do it, and I'm not giving myself that little, oh, well, I messed up one day, I can still keep going. No, I'm not putting any, handicaps on me. I am saying from here on out, we're going to get this done. We are going to, I'm going to give you guys quality content, and it's going to pretty much, hopefully, better myself. And I'm not trying to say this, I'm doing this just for me, but more or less, I kind of am just doing this for me, meaning I want to make myself a better person. I want to make people happy. I want to make people laugh. I want to give people that feeling that they belong, if that makes any sense, because again, I'll say this: high school, I was the, I was, like if you were to look at me now, and look at me in high school, earlier years, I should say, at the least, freshman and sophomore, I is some form of miracle that I did not get my ass beat. I was a whiny child. I complained about every little thing. And I think it was midway through sophomore year I realized this has got to stop. Complaining gets nowhere. It gets absolutely nowhere. And, well, after that, my attitude straightened up. It got so much better. I mean, it got so much better, but it didn't get perfect. Then again, nobody has, the quote unquote perfect attitude. That's what makes humans unique, is that we're not all uniform. But it wasn't ideal. That's one thing. I will never say something about someone else. I will never say, something is not acting ideal and stuff. Because ideal is all a matter of self-perspective. I think I'm saying this right, and I'm just like making sure I'm not, messing it up by saying that. But I'm just saying everything can change for the better, everything can change for the worse, and that's pretty much all I can really say about this. And all I can say about this is everybody can change. Whether it's for the better or the worst is up to you. And I wonder where this goes. I want to see where this goes before we wrap this up in a moment or so. Is this a gravel pit? Oh man, I like this. It's a little tiny cubby hole on the side of the mountain. It's so cool. But yeah, I think what I'm saying is, and I've said this numerous times in the past 5 minutes alone already, that I'm going to change for y'all. And I want to say thank you. I want to, well, one, get this plugged up real quick. I want to thank y'all for watching. I want to thank y'all for supporting, and I want to thank everybody, and hope that I can see them again in the next episode. But until then, y'all be safe.